silver, and bank. Up to 1933, you could go to the bank and say, give me gold. Nah, they said, not do that now. So that money she has represents gold, silver, and bank. Now, paper money back here, these days, if I went back east to where the bank was, and I go, where's the bank? It's gone. Gold's gone. What good is that paper? Nothing. It's worthless. So I don't trust it. Coin, wow, I can see it. But it's rare. So we trade animals for goods that Sutter needs. He got us from the old Rocky Mountain fur trade era because we know what we're doing and we're going to work for him. And although the price of the beaver has gone down dramatically from $5 to $6 a pound, and these guys can weigh about 2 pounds up to, and they're now $1. Oh, so that's not good. But Sutter still wanted to catch animals. We have the Hudson Bay's folks coming down here in the Bay Area and all there, in the marshes and all, and they're British. And the Mexicans said, yeah, you can do this. And Sutter goes, well, wait a minute. That's running my territory. So they had always fighting it out. But the idea is we want to catch a certain animal. I got them in importance of order, in order of importance. Down here we got the beaver, and I got a pile of beaver here, and one right there. Then we got the long-necked guy right there. He's the river otter. And you got raccoon and badger. And this one's Robert. What's another name for Robert? Don't give it away, though. What's another name for Robert? Yeah. Bobcat. Bobcat, yeah. And then you got your coyote, silver fox, and Mississippi. All right. Now, which one's the most important? The beaver. What were they going to do with them? Anybody take a guess? Yeah.
They would use them as a hat.
Very good. The inner fur. Let me grab this one and I can show you a little better. And let me get him around here proper. There he is. Now, you see the guard hair or the wind hair? If you stroke it backwards, you see this inner fur called the beaver felt or beaver wool. And it's got some real fine little barbs on it. And if you do a process with some chemical, water, and mercury. You know, from the Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. You're kind of crazy because it got in the system. You're going to die from that. But that makes a blank. Then you shape it and form it into the top hats of the day. 300 years from Europe all the way to Rocky Mountains. They've had different style changes and colors and fuzziness and they were expensive. Oh, Lord. I couldn't wear one. Couldn't afford it. And anybody real rich here? I don't think I see any real rich folks. But if you was back in Philadelphia, Boston, New York, going to the theater, you want to look sharp, don't you? So you got your top hat on, your great coat, your walking stick, take the best girl to the theater looking sharp, having style. And we couldn't walk in here looking like this, I get none. You ain't get the look, you ain't get the money, get out here. So, rich guys, so we're out there risking our life and limb, getting materials so they can look sharp. Now, we're going to go through parts of the beaver. We did his fur. Let's do his tail. How does the beaver use his tail? And look at there. There's a beaver hanging over there in the back. It's not a platypus. We got a brand new one that looks good. And then I got this here separate. And I even got one in the freezer or something. I'm not going to bring it out because it gets stinky. Anyway, how does the beaver use his tail? Yes. There's 4 ways. You got to be louder than these kids.
He uses it by swimming.
Swimming. What else?
Warning.
Slapping. Slapping. What else?
They smack.
Real loud. Gotta be louder than his feet.
They smack their tails to talk.
That's signaling. One more or 2 more.
I think they stand up on a tail.
Very
2
good.
feet.
Balance. That's a hard one you always get, or don't get. And then when you got me out of sequence here. Oh, patting mud between the logs to make it damp. All right. So we got that. Now, like chewing on the wood with his teeth. He's getting at the inner bark, outer bark, inner bark, and finished wood for the dam. You can see the teeth marks here. He's used this here teeth system. And what happens when his teeth wear down? Mother Nature grows them back every day. And what happens if he says, okay, I got all my work done? Now you can say, or he don't. And he's got his work done. What's going to happen to his teeth if he says, oh, I'm going to go for oatmeal and crackers instead of hardwood? What's going to happen to him?
His teeth are going to go so long that he can't even fit them in his mouth.
And that's right. He can't open up the chew. He's got to have them touching like this here. They're going like this. He's long in the tooth. You ever had any old parents say, hey, he's getting pretty long in the tooth, that means he's going to die because he's getting old. And this guy would die because he can't eat his bark for the inner bark for his nutrition and his zip. It's like Red Bull to him. It's got sugars and saps and all that stuff, and that's his food. So, we've talked about his fur, his tail, his teeth. Let's talk about his stink. Woo, he stinks. So here he is. We carry some stink in this here bottle. It's called Beaver Castoreum, and this is the modern version. And I need somebody with a good nose. Who's got a good nose? You got a good nose? Come up here. Come up here. Come on, turn around there. It isn't going to hurt you. Just take a big sniff of it. Get your nose all cleared up. Ready? Now, what's it smell like? Rotten eggs. Well, it smells like a. You ever take a load to the city dump? So it's got a certain smell about it. Now, the important part of this is this mixture right here. Mixture is from different ponds I've gone to and collected beaver. Each family has a certain smell, and they can tell the difference between their family members and another cousin. Right? So I've got a mixture, and he marks his pond with us to say that's my pond. Right? Now over here we got a trap set. We have a trap, chain, a ring, and I got a stick there. Here's my float stick. Get up there now. Float stick. And there's a bait stick. We put some of that on there, and this is sticking out the water. I have to go out in the water. Oh Lord, it is cold water. Let's say we got a stream come through the gate. Here it comes around here, and look, we build a dam. And there's a couple lodges out there he's built. I have to do that in the cold water because I stink. So do you. Everybody here stinks. Your hair falls out, your skin falls off, you sweat through your moccasins and boots, and you're going to leave a stink on the ground. So we got to get in the water up to our waist in cold, icy water. Woo! And we got to do our baiting and setting up our 6 or 8 traps. And then I walk back out this shallow water, back to camp, and nobody knows I've been there. Next day I come out here and I go, let's see if I got one. I look from a distance, see if I got a floating stick. If this is up here, I say, I ain't got one. I got one floating. Oh, I got one. So you don't come up and go, you get one. Somebody's going to see your traps, and you're set up here and steal your traps. But the beaver has come around on the pond at night there, and you circle around, you smell it. You smell something that didn't smell like his family, oh, he's here. You have that. Got to have a, I got to go investigate. He gets up there, smell the stick, and snap! Hit him by the trap, by the foot. In the trap, he hauls off, heavy trap, sinks to the bottom, and he's going to suffocate. You don't drown. We drown, which eventually fills us up, and then we suffocate. But he closes up everything. Nose closes up, mouth closes up, ears closes up, eyes closes up. And no water gets in, but he don't get no air in there. So he's going to die. Everybody got to go. Everybody go, oh. Now go, we've made beaver. Yes. So, they made hats out of them, of course. Now, what ruined me off as a trapper was the river otter and raccoon were being shipped over to China. And they used them as collar and cuffs from over there. And what do you bring back from China to pay for those furs going over there? What has China got that we bring back? Come on, we're getting the same hands. Yeah.
Silk, rice, grain.
What?
Silk,
Oh,
rice.
you did it backwards. Do it backwards. Tea, porcelain, jade, and silk. So guess what? Silk was now being made into hats. They said, hey, they're getting scarce, getting expensive. And we said, let's try this. And they go, oh, everybody can afford one. So what's that do for me? Puts me at, oh.
Everyone a finger.
She's lost her finger.
Everyone a finger.
Where's her finger?
All right.
Sweat noise.
Thank you.
You guys.